What is up everyone, Rex here, and in this video I'm going to teach you how you can make this really cool night sky environment in Blender. Now if you don't want to watch the entire video, I've already compressed the entire tutorial into a node group, which you can find linked in the description. Also there's a trick somewhere hidden in this video which is going to turn your image from this to this. Okay, so I've deleted the default cube, so now let's go into render mode. We might need to split our screen right here. One of it is gonna be our viewport and the other one is gonna be our shader editor. This is what the default shader looks like for the world. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a noise texture, connect the factor to a color ramp, and let's visualize it. Now you might want to turn the scale all the way up to 500, and if you want it to be animated, turn it to 40. Now push the black values towards the whites. Push the white values towards the black. Maybe reduce the scale to about 350. Now set the value of the white color to about 5. Okay, you can further decrease the noise texture scale to up to 250. Now all we need to do is we're gonna grab a mix color node, connect the color ramp to the second input. Now duplicate your color ramp using Ctrl+Shift+D. Connect the color to the factor. Make sure the value of the top color ramp is 1. So these are gonna be our stars. Let's join them into a new frame and we'll call it stars. Now for the color, I'm gonna grab another noise texture and I'm gonna set it to 4D. It's not required, only if you want to animate it, and maybe set the scale to about 10. Now this time connect the color to the top input of the mix color node. Get a hue saturation value, decrease the value, and increase saturation to 2. You can go lower with the value. Maybe a value of 7.5 should do the trick. Now you don't want it to be completely colorful. I do want it to have some black patches as an empty space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another mix color node, place it after the hue saturation value, get a third noise texture, connect it to a color ramp. Now let's visualize it and push the black values towards the whites. Somewhat like this. Now connect the color ramp to the bottom input and set the mode to overlay. Now you can use the factors to decide in which areas the black values need to exist. Now you can use the factor on the overlay node to decide the number of black patches and colored patches. I think a value of 0.547 is good enough. I'm going to set the value of the hue saturation value node to about 0.15 because we are already using a dedicated node system to introduce black patches. Now get another frame and we can label this as color. So there it is, that's the entire setup. One last thing that I want to do, I'm going to select the noise texture nodes and hit Ctrl+T. Oh, never mind. The last thing I do want to do is select one of our noise textures and hit Ctrl+T with node wrangler enabled. Now this gives us texture coordinate and mapping node. We can use that to move our background. Now connect the mapping node to noise texture number 2 and again connect it to noise texture number 3. And now connect it to noise texture number 3. Now the trick that I was talking about wasn't a trick of shading, it's a trick of compositing. Now in real life, in the night sky, there are some stars which appear to form a cross due to dispersion of light due to the atmosphere. We can simulate that using compositing. Okay, now I'm going to go back into the solid view. I'm going to hit F12 to render. Now that our scene has been rendered, let's go into the compositing tab. Now click use nodes and Ctrl+Shift+click the render layers to activate a viewer node. I'm going to make this thing. I don't know what it's called, but I know what it does. Go to view and I'm gonna decrease the zoom. Now the trick here is to use a glare node. Now if you wait, you can see that we already have some streaks. We don't want that. We want simple star. Now if you want, you can rotate it to 45 degrees. I like it, so I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna increase the iterations to up to 9, which it won't let me because the maximum is 5. I'm gonna set the quality to high. Now you can use the mix node to control how much the original image and the composited image mixes. I'm gonna keep it at 0. Now you can also control the threshold. It controls on what pixels glare has to be applied in. So if you're gonna decrease it, just don't go for 0. It's gonna allow much more stars to have the glare effect applied on. I'm gonna keep it at 1. Fade, as its name suggests, it's pretty self-explanatory. It allows how much the streaks last before fading away. Now you can export it, do whatever the hell you want in this.